Today I'm here to help you set up your new Duotone by Black Project FoilX paddle. We're going to show you how to size your paddle, get it glued up and ready for paddling. It's going to arrive to you either with the handle lightly tacked on like this or completely separated. Deciding a length is obviously the first thing you're going to have to do. I'm going to touch that in another video, but generally speaking for subfoiling we're using heights head high to up to 2 inches overhead or 5 centimeters. So with me at 5'9", I'm going to set mine up at 70 inches. And then mark it. I use a metallic marker, but you can use a black one. Mark it at 70 inches. You've obviously got to account for the handle, because if we measure it to 70, you're going to get something longer. This handle is 45 millimeters, so you can mark out 45 millimeters. Like that. A few wraps here. Now, going down probably a couple of inches, 5 to 10 centimeters below. It's going to help us a little bit later on. When cutting carbon fiber, you really do need to make sure you've got a good mask and glasses on. That's going to keep you safe. That's what we use. That's what we recommend that you use. Because we use the chop saw and the special blade, we've got a very, very clean cut here. But if you use the hacksaw, you might not have quite such clean cuts. So you can just use some medium grade sandpaper and a hard block and just make sure that it's nice and clean, no jagged edges and perpendicular. That's going to help you get a nice finish. We also need to take a sandpaper now, and we've got to roughen up the inside of this shaft and also create a little bevel on the inside as well. So just with your thumb and a piece of paper, just rotate around there, gets the insides ready to take the glue, and then just put a bit of pressure on with your thumb at 45 degrees and you'll get the bevel that you need on the inside. Like so. Next step, you're going to take your handle. This is a really important step which most people don't know and don't do. To get a nice join, we're going to put the handle in here before we've done any taping or anything, and we're just going to turn it a few times like this, and you can see the dust falling there. Essentially when they come out of the mold, there's a slight edge on it, and this helps it sit nicely perfect. You get an absolute perfect join between your handle, and you can see the differences there. It's kind of sanded it into shape, so these are custom, everything's slightly different of course. So by doing that, it means that you're going to have a really nice tight fitting handle and no chance of water getting in it. So we want to make sure, just like we did on the shaft, we want to tape our handle. It's a little bit fiddly. I like to just break off little pieces, start off front and back, just to getting it nice and aligned. This not only protects the hand, it stops glue getting where you don't want it. Okay, so you can see now it's nicely protected. When we put the glue on it, we're not going to get it on our handle. Take some medium grade sandpaper. This is 150, 100 is fine too. We just need to roughen this up here. Just very slightly. There you go, that's nicely prepped to be glued. Okay, so you can see we've got our prepared pieces here, the shaft nice and taped and beveled on the inside. We have our handle nicely fitted on here, all taped and sanded, ready to go in. First thing we're going to do is just heat this up. Now depending on where you are, you'll need to heat it up a little bit more or less. We're in Hawaii, so it's a little bit warmer. Don't need to heat it up so much. The reason we do this is that when we put the glue on it, we want it to have a good adhesion. And when it's warm, then it does that much better. So we heat this part up. And now we're ready to put the glue on. So plenty of glue pumping in here. See, it's nice and hot. I put this on earlier so it's ready. And I'm going to need to put another glue stick in here. If you've been using your glue gun with another type of glue, you'll need to pump all that old glue out before you start using the correct glue that we've supplied in your box. Going to heat up the shaft. I like to push inside the shaft, not from outside. So heating it down inside. If you have your hand here, When you start feeling it get hot for your hand or warm for your hand, then you know you're probably warm enough. You've got one glue stick in each thing, that's plenty to do, take this handle on and off several times. So a nice liberal amount, generous amount of glue. And then again, I use the nozzle there just to make sure we've got a good amount of glue in there, it's nicely worked in. Now you're ready to put your handle on there, which you just put aside for a second. Now because the shaft's nice and hot, it will actually melt any glue that's already on there. Just twist it in. You can pull it out to make sure you've got a nice coverage. But with the hot glue, the nice thing is these paddles are built-in components, so you can change any part if you want to. So there you go, it's nice. That's a nice setup. The glue now spinning in. You see there's plenty of glue. I'm getting it loosely aligned. There you go, loosely aligned for the moment. Then I'm going to clean it off with some kitchen towel or shop towel. Okay, now that looks pretty good. Now I peel towards the join, and that means that any residue comes inwards, not outwards. That's where you want it. It actually goes over the other side of the tape there, nice. So that's nice and off there. And then sometimes pick it off with your fingers a little bit so you've got less excess. It's nice and rubbery. It's why it's nice not to leave it to go too cold. Again, now pull the, taking the excess with you. So it's almost perfect. You can see just a little bit of residue there. I'm going to take a piece of paper. I'm going to take my heat gun again. Just going to go around it. Just soften, just on the outside. You can just see it there. And then I'm just going to, with a bit of pressure all the way around, just wipe off that excess. And that is ready to go. And there you go, there you have it. One paddle, out of the box, handle sized, length sized, handle glued on. This is now ready to go paddling straight away.